Unveiling. Malaysian activist Maryam Lee fights for hijab freedom. Guys, this is pretty intense, guys, because I know, as much as people want to say Malaysia is a moderate Islamic country, they're so tolerant and everything, blah, 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 blah. Bull crap. Go look at my history with Malaysian government and all the Islamists in Malaysia that want my head. They actually want my head. Malaysian Muslims have gone as far as declaring that I should be beheaded. Okay? And the government of Malaysia wanted to hunt down Atheist Republic's members in Malaysia. So I don't know how this woman is so goddamn brave in such a country to be like, yeah, I'm gonna fight for hijab freedom. So again, maybe I'm actually reading into maybe I don't know what the news is. Actually, let's read it before we could judge, okay? Kuala Lumpur. Harassed and placed under investigation by the religious authorities, activist Maryam Lee is highly controversial figure in Malaysia. Holy crap, no, I was not wrong. This lady has balls of steel. Or is it? Yeah, I mean, she does. Okay, I don't care. She does. She is braver than I would ever be. God damn it. How, like, guys, every time somebody says, like, yeah, you guys are so brave talking about Islam. No, we are not. We're living in a free country. I don't have the police coming in and putting me under investigation because I desecrate the Quran. We are not brave. Look at this lady. And again, people are like, oh, well, Malaysia is not Saudi Arabia. Yes, I know, but she's still way braver than I ever would be. Like, come on, look at this. These are the activists on the front line of all this. They are doing what we're doing where it matters the most. Holy crap, this lady is my new hero. Let me see some other pictures. Okay, wait, let me do the slideshow one more time. Holy crap, okay. So she's been harassed. She's under investigation. This is, by the way, this is her. Can you guys see this? This is her picture with the hijab before. Go away. With the hijab before, and now this is her. What's her crime? Her crime, question mark. Speaking out about her decision to stop wearing the hijab and criticizing what she sees as institutional patriarchy in Islam. Thank you, lady. Guys, you know how much I consume Islamic content. I could just hear them right now in the back of my mind. I could just hear what they're saying. I know all the comment section, all the Muslims in the comment section, they're like, lady, this is what they would say. Lady, if you don't want to wear the hijab, don't wear the hijab. Nobody's forcing you, which a lot of times they are. Why do you have to go talk about it? Why do you have to make a show about it? Why do you have to? Do you want attention? Are you an attention-seeking? They use a derogatory term here right now. Are you an attention-seeking dad? Oh, look at you. Okay, fine. You want the likes? Is that what you're doing? Well, guess what? You freaking morons. Again, I'm trying not to swear. YouTube, you better reward me because this is not easy. Not swearing. It's not easy. You better get me the algorithm points right now. This is hard. This is not easy. Okay, I didn't swear. Okay, but you know why she has to do and talk about it and tell people that you don't have to wear the hijab? Do you know why you goddamn idiots don't understand? Like, hey, you want attention? Is this the attention she wants? She's being harassed and she's being investigated. Is this, oh yeah, she loves the attention. She just loves being harassed. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost sure. I am so close to 100% sure that she's getting a lot of rape threats by these beloved Muslims. I'm sure of that. I'm almost sure of that, okay? But, because, yeah, I have experience with this, okay? But, again, all these Muslims saying, why do you have to talk about it? Just go live, you don't wear that, just go not wear that job. This is why she has to talk about it. Because it's a mere act of talking about it will get you harassed and put under investigation. So obviously this crap has to be normalized. By the way, I hope YouTube Like I'm replacing the S word with crap. Instead of saying shit, I'm saying crap. I hope YouTube doesn't. All right. Speaking out about her decision. So that what's her crime? Speaking out about her decision to stop wearing the hijab and I already read that part. Most in Muslim majority Malaysia follow a moderate form of the religion, and wearing a headscarf known locally as tudang, and used to cover the head and neck is not mandatory. Okay, so guys, again, remember this is Malaysia is a moderate Islamic country. So remember when they say like, hey, and a country could be Islamic and could be okay. This is the best that you could hope for. This is the best of what an Islamic country has to offer. The best is you get put under investigation for telling people why it's okay not to wear the hijab and why hijab is institutional patriarchy. Saying that will get you put under investigation. And again, this is the criteria for you to not just be like a fundamental Islamic country, for you to be a moderate Islamic country. But experts say, oh, by the way, I did a Patreon only video and a patron only, a member only video was showing you how the official position of the federal government in Malaysia, what their position is on LGBT stuff. Again, moderate Malaysian country. And if for you guys, for the patrons and for the YouTube members, you know, if you watch the video, you know how disgusting their views are, and that's the official position of the federal government, and it's based on Islam. AGA is saying, do all women have to wear hijab in Malaysia? Nope. Or is that dependent on if they are Muslim? No, they can choose to wear it or not, whether they're Muslim or not. But again, it's not mandatory, but you do get pressure sometimes from family and community. But again, it's still that bad that you get put under investigation for just giving your opinion. So again, this is the best you could hope for. More experts say that the nation has become more conservative in recent years, and today most Muslim women wear one. Because of social pressure and community pressure, and also workplace pressure. It's not mandatory, but there's a lot of pressure. It gets close to mandatory in some situations, right? And again, guys, this is why you do not accept moderate Islam. This is why Malaysia is a clear example for you guys why you don't accept moderate Islam, because moderate Islam is always there to turn into less moderate Islam. I mean, if Iran, what happened in Iran when moderate Islam was accepted, and what happened later, if Turkey's Ataturk, if the level of Islam was accepted and what happened to Turkey after, if that doesn't give you enough reason, now we have a modern example of today's world of what happens if you tolerate moderate Islam. Moderate Islam will eventually turn into real Islam. Okay? And this is why you fight Islam. Always. Always. Moderate Islam, real Islam, diet Islam, all Islam. You fight Islam. Mrs. Maryam, who was made to wear headscarf from the age of 9. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a choice to me, right? I don't think at the age of 9, you get to make that much decisions for yourself if your parents tell you that you need to wear a headscarf. Who was made to wear a headscarf from the age of 9, says she realized. By the way, do you know age of 9? You know why she was made to wear that at the age of 9? Do you know what's so disgusting and vile about the hijab? Do you know why it's age of 9? Because that's when that's the age where Muhammad raped a child. So to them, to these Muslims, a 9-year-old could be sexualized. It could be a subject of someone's sexual desires. So if they tell you, hijab is beautiful, people get to choose, they're sexualizing 9-year-olds. This is what the hijab represents. There's a reason why they choose the age 9. If that doesn't make you puke about the concept of hijab, I don't know what else will. Says she realized in her mid-20s that she was conforming to a social expectation rather than a religious requirement and decided to remove it. I disagree with that. It is a religious requirement and a social expectation. Religious requirements are social expectations. And again, we need to do a better job at being anti-religion for more people to not see saying that being anti-religious requirement as a negative. Okay, the fact that she had to defend herself by saying, I don't think this is a religious requirement, that means that we haven't done a good of a job yet to make religious requirements seen as something that need to be fought against. So she's saying, oh, it's just a social expectation, that's why I can be against it, right? No, it is a religious requirement, and this and every other religious requirement should be fought against. And she decided to remove it. So she says, oh, again, I don't have to agree with her to be able to celebrate her as a hero. All my life, this is what she say, all my life I had been told that wearing the headscarf is mandatory, and if I don't wear it, it's sinful. And then I found out that it actually wasn't, so I felt very cheated. Like all your life you have been told one thing and it turns out to be a lie, she explains. Oh, lady, I wish you know that the whole idea of something being sinful is a lie. It's not just a hijab that it's a lie. The concept of sin, your entire religion is a sin. But again, I appreciate you being a hero and fighting against this oppression. While I disagree with you, the defense against the hijab is not that it's not sinful. The defense is that sin as an idea should be abolished. Sin is a lie. Religion is a lie. Islam is a lie. It was difficult. It was a difficult personal decision, but when she went public, detailing her story in her book, Unveiling Choice. Oh, guys, go check out this book. She has a book. Where's the book? So her book is called Unveiling Choice. She faced a vitriolic backlash and death threats. Death threats, here comes. I knew it. Where are the rape threats? I'm pretty sure she also got rape threats. Death threats, everybody. You could bank on this. This is what the Muslim community, hashtag not all, not every one of them, but they will deliver. They will deliver. Malaysia's religious affairs minister expressed concern, and she was hauled, as I say, in for questioning under a law against insulting Islam. Guys, it's Malaysia, the moderate, the tolerant Islamic country that people use as an example. Look, Islam doesn't have to be like Iran, like Saudi Arabia. Again, this is the best you could hope for. It's illegal for you to insult people's opinion as long as it's Islam. This is Malaysia, truly Asia. That's what they say. Not really, actually, okay? The country has a dual-track legal system. Dude, different people, different laws. Again, guys, look at this. Oh, my God, horrible people. Horrible system. The dual-track legal system with Muslim citizens subject to sharia laws in certain areas. God damn it, man. This is like a nightmare. Orwellian nightmare detected. Miss Maryam believes officials were concerned she was encouraging other women to de-hijab. Is that a verb? I love it. De-hijab. We should make that into a t-shirt. I de-hijab. But insists this is not the case. Yep. I mean, it would be great if it was, but it's not. I'm not telling women what to think. I'm asking them to revisit certain assumptions. Yeah, again, assumptions and certain theories that have been taught to them over the years, the 20-year-old says. Even without legal criminalizations, women are facing social criminalization when they want to take the hijab off. So see, they say it's not mandatory, but it kind of is. It kind of is mandatory. You're not facing legal backlash, but there's a social criminalization. I think it just means social backlash. Your family, your friends, your community, they force you. This is why more Muslim women in Malaysia are wearing the hijab, because they're being pressured to do so, and it's obvious to everybody that has any sense. She says, adding that women like her are in a jail of society's expectation. Again, seems like she's highlighting something very important and getting punished for it. To make the release of her book, which she describes as a story, guys, go buy this book so that she gets people like this need to be supported, even if we disagree with some of their points. Which she described as a story of resistance against patriarchy in religion and wider society. She took part in a talk called Malay Women and Dehijabbing. Man, I'm in love with this verb that I didn't know exists. Dehijabbing, which fueled the furor, is that how you say furor? Yeah, against her. Head coverings differ around the Muslim world, from scarves that leave the face visible to niqab that leaves the area around the eyes clear, and the all concealing burqa with just a mesh screen to see through. Yes. A lot of people think that the word hijab does not include the niqab, and guess it does. Hijab is just the name for all of them. There's some people like, oh, you guys are uneducated. Hijab is just a head covering. Those are called no. Hijab means all of them. God damn it. It's so amazing that sometimes people try to educate you about something and they themselves have no idea what they're talking about. Okay. But you have to speak with low certain. You have to just make sure that you tell your audience always fact check yourself. Do not trust me. I could be wrong. A lot of times live on air, you corrected me. Okay. David Solomon is saying, I want to wear a hijab, just de-hijab. Yeah. I wish I could de-hijab. Muslim women in Malaysia, which is more than 60% Muslim, but is also home to large ethnic Chinese and Indian minorities, wear a headscarf that covers its hair and chest, though it is not legally required. Why are you picture? Oh yeah, she's packing her hijab. Look at this. She's putting her hijab away. She packed it up. Critiques say, wait, how long is this going? Wait, I can't read this. Oh yeah, it's almost done. Let me just read this. Critiques say that this expectation of modesty was not the case a generation ago and is a result of the greater influence of increasingly vocal religious hardlines. Yes, exactly. You fight against Islam. This is what happens when Islam grows. Okay? Don't say religion. This is okay. I will reframe this. So they're saying this is because of greater influence of increasingly vocal religious hardliners. I would say this is because of more Islam. Just say it. This is the influence of Islam growing. Mrs. Maryam has been targeted by angry zealots, but has also been hailed as the voice of the modern Malaysian woman by some in the social media generation, keen to express their individuality as well as their faith. Power to them. Okay, this is the part that I'm going to disagree with. No less of a Muslim. Women in this part of the world, when and they take off the hijab, what happens to them? They get bullied, they get harassed, says Mrs. Maryam. A Malaysian rights group, Sisters of Islam, agree that women without headscarves come under heavy scrutiny from family, colleagues, and in public, making the decision difficult and traumatic. Mrs. Maryam argues her choice was to step away from particular institutions rather than her faith. I was born a Muslim. I am still a Muslim. I am no less of a Muslim because I removed my hijab, she explains. So this is what I would say, because being a Muslim or not a Muslim is a binary thing. It can be more Muslim or less Muslim. So I agree with her that she's still a Muslim. And as long as you believe in the Shahadat and the Quran as the direct word of God, you are a Muslim. Whether you practice Islam or you don't practice Islam, whether you follow the Islamic rules or you don't, you're still a Muslim. You shouldn't takfir anybody for being Muslim. I do disagree with her that she thinks that's a good thing. I think if she not being a Muslim is better than being a Muslim, and not being a Muslim is leaving Islam is something to be celebrated. It shouldn't be seen as a defense, and it's so sad for me to see that that's a defense. Another thing I would say, the way I would frame it is not that you're less of a Muslim for not wearing a hijab, but I would frame it as you are less influenced by Islam if you're not wearing a hijab. So you're less Islamic. Again, being a Muslim or not being a Muslim, it's a binary thing. So I cannot say you're less Muslim, but I can say you're less Islamic. You're less influenced by Islam if you're not wearing the hijab, and that's a good thing. That's a compliment. So I know she would disagree with me on this, but that's my opinion, and I'm right. She is not alone. Yeah, I'm right. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. Skepticism. Don't trust me. Do your own research. Even some prominent female politicians in Malaysia, such as Mrs. Rafidah Aziz and former central bank governor Zeti Akhtar Aziz, do not cover their heads, nor do the wife or daughter of former Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad. Here's her showing off her luscious hair. In urban areas, young women have experimented with turbans and other fashionable head coverage. Despite criticism, they flout religious guidelines. Mrs. Sarah, a consultant of financial firm who gave a pseudonym to avoid upsetting her family, no longer wears the headscarf, believing it to be patriarchal expectation. She said Malay men, especially, by the way, the term Malay and Muslim is used interchangeably in Malaysia, which I think is extremely racist way of looking at and conflict of people, and also conflating ideas with ethnicity. So the same way that people look at Arab and Islam, the same way that these Hindutva people think like, oh, Armin has Muslim blood or something like that. So again, when I say Malay men, a lot of times they I'm not saying she's doing it, by the way. Malay men, I think she's actually saying the opposite. Malay men, especially at an authoritative level, somehow have this mindset that Malay women need to appear in certain manner, but it does not mean that these people who are wearing tudung are any better. Again, see, the Malay men think Malay women should dress in a certain way because they associate ethnicity with Islam. Again, this is a bigoted way to think that your blood or your ethnicity has anything to do with your ideas. A lot of Muslims want to pretend that they're above race, that they're above ethnicity, but they're not. They judge what ideas you're supposed to have based on your ethnicity, and they only do that when you're supposed to be a Muslim. They do not do that when somebody who is not the ethnicity that they think should be Muslim all of a sudden converts to Islam. All of a sudden, they're above race. Ethnicity doesn't matter. Yay! Chinese person, Korean person, white person becoming Muslim. So amazing. Yes, we're above race and ethnicity. But when a Malay or an Arab decides to leave Islam, no, you don't get to do that, or become even less Islamic. Nope. Know your place. Check your ethnicity. All of a sudden, that matters. The religious authorities have yet to close their investigations into Mrs. Maryam, meaning the possibility of further action remains, but she has no regrets about her decision to open up about her experience. Society needs to be awakened, she says. Okay, that's it. All right, we spent news. Thank you for joining us. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell thingy. If you haven't, I don't know why. What's holding you back? Okay? If you haven't subscribed to our channel, why haven't you subscribed to our channel? Explain that to us, please. Like, bell, and also if you're not getting notifications and stuff because YouTube is not telling people that we have shows, because YouTube is like, oh, this person told us that they want to get your shows, right? They want to get your videos, but nah, we think is no. And look, they also hit the bell button, but nah, you guys are too controversial. We want to show them mainstream stuff. We want to show them CNN or cat videos or whatever. But people are like, no, we want to see Atheist Republic. And YouTube is like, no, we don't think you want this. They're like, no, please show it to us. We say to you, we want to see Atheist Republic. And YouTube is like, no, we think we know what's better for you than you yourself. So to solve that, there's a link in the description, which is to our newsletter. So hopefully we could email it to you. So hopefully you get some of our content that way. Okay. So yeah, subscribe to our newsletter as well, and share our videos, because we do get demonetized. That's an obvious on every one of our videos. So F that. but we don't care about that anymore. But we also get deprioritized, and that's even more damaging to us. Deprioritized, what does that mean? That means we don't show up on the suggested, videos on the right and all that, on people's homepages, and that's how channels grow. Unfortunately, we can't grow, so we need you guys to share our videos.